Well, here we are at Stanstead still, Tuesday 19th of July, 100 degrees, that's what I like in old money. That dog's got the right idea down there. We're moored up here for the day, same as yesterday, we're just not moving. And it's a killer heat, as you all know. But we've got rather a nice spot next to our boat just down here. And Linda's definitely not sunbathing, it's too hot. Just lying out in the shade. And it really is quite pleasant here, and we'll set off again tomorrow down to London as it gets a bit cooler. Morning folks.
Good morning.
Well, we're heading south again.
At last.
Back down the Lea Navigation.
Hopefully towards London.
Everything's working well, charged up well. No problems, is there really? It's a lovely day, we survived the heat wave. We're obviously not dead.
Why would we be dead? Only the snowflakes are dead.
They melted. So it's 80 degrees today, I reckon, then rain this afternoon. That's fine by me. We need some rain. The river's a bit low.
The river's a lot low.
So hopefully we don't get stuck and grounded, but we'll see how it goes. Right, off to the Marina first, isn't it? We need to get clean the bins and empty the loo and all that kind of stuff. So we'll go to Stanstead Marina.
Hello again. Right, we're doing okay so far. 3 locks down. Doesn't seem to be any problems.
A lot cooler, isn't it?
A lot cooler. Very nice. Sun, bit of breeze, blue skies. Perfect. And I am doing the very last thing on my list of things to do. I'm testing out the washing machine by giving it a service wash, giving it a good old clean, so that I don't know how long it had been doing nothing. Well, also you have to do it when the boat's running. So boat's running and we're doing fine, so that's good. No, everything's honky-dory. Now all we have to do is Mr. Baker here has to finish his list of jobs to do before we go on our big journey.
Yes, thank you. Right folks, we're approaching where we got to the first day.
Oh, the Bermuda Triangle of death.
We call it Bermuda Triangle, or the Lea Navigation bend of disaster, because not only did we have this problem, which you know about, the boat behind us had been moored for 2 months with gearbox problems, engine problems. Poor woman, she had mechanics mucking her around, and the one in front had been moored up for 6 or 7 weeks because his engine wouldn't start, it would fire. He had mechanics galore when we were there. Anyway, I'll show you. So there's the first boat which had been there for 2 months. A little blue one, which I must admit, when I rammed it into reverse, I accidentally hit, and he's putting the insurance claim in just to make it worse. There's our space. Don't moor there. And in front is the guy who's been there for about 7 or 8 weeks now, isn't it, Linda?
It's identifiable by that white house.
Yeah, so if you're coming past, do not moor here. And here's the Carthagena lock, whatever it's called, what we call it. It's a nice lock actually, it's lovely. So this is just below Carthagena lock. Lovely bit of a canal. Some very nice houses with their own moorings here. Now that's what you call a mooring, look at that for a sort of summer house. But yeah, this is a pretty posh area by the looks of it. Lovely canal, or river. Well, we just made it through Cheshunt Lock, and actually we both slipped on the paddles, didn't we?
I know, that's really can be very, very dangerous.
We've done hundreds of locks between us, I mean hundreds, and we know to be careful, keep your eye on it, but those ones you actually take the little ratchet lever all the way off. Well, you can leave it on, that's where we went wrong I suppose, and so you just wind and wind and wind and then plonk it on. But just goes to show, it's bad, isn't it?
Yep.
And if you saw how fast the windlass went hacking round, that's how you break your arm, break your wrist, possibly break your jaw, knock yourself out.
Certainly get a black eye.
So, yeah. No, to our experience, be careful. And we've done enough. Anyway, that was Cheshunt Lock. And this is the beautiful Lee Valley Nature Reserve. It goes all the way from Ware, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Ware all the way to North London, really. It just goes for miles. It used to be wetlands, then it was all dredged for, well, quarried, wasn't it, for gravel and that. For miles. It's been working quarries for years.
Is there an ammunitions factory that round here?
Yeah, that's Walthamstow, I think. Gunpowder place.
Oh, gunpowder, yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously very environmentally friendly now compared to quarries, and of course they let them all fill up with water, and you've got the most beautiful wetlands, walkways, bike paths. You can go for miles, and it's a massive place for birders. We often round here on our bikes or walking. You get bitters here apparently. I've never seen one.
Never mind. But it's very, very well used by all the local people.
So if you're coming up the Lee, Chestnut Lock, round about there is a wonderful place to moor up. You can probably see from all the boats coming up, there's a massive line ahead. It's rather popular, but there's mooring space. Definitely worth a look. Right, just be careful in future, eh?
I'm always careful, just accidents happen. Or when you do it, you're being an idiot.
So we just ran the bend from Chestnut Lock, and this, as you can see, is a very popular mooring area going right down to the next lock. Plenty of space if you're coming this way, there is at the moment, but very popular, boats everywhere. So last time we came this way, a couple of days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, I was absolutely fed up. It was late evening. I said to Lynda, right, we're going to moor here, I don't care, I've had enough. Just back actually about 200 yards back. Lynda said, I'll go a bit further. I was like, no, we're stopping here. However, you'll see appearing above that tree the M25. And although there's some decent mooring spaces, not sure if you can hear that constant noise, but we certainly could.
It's 24/7.
Yeah, 24/7, M25, lorries, cars, motorbikes, just listen. So having pulled in at the side and said, I don't care, I'm stopping, 30 seconds later I jumped back on, pushed it out and said, well, we're going to go a bit further. Lynda smiled at me. So through that lock, and then we're going to moor up somewhere down there for the evening today. Well, we've moored up near Enfield Lock for the end of the day, and what a wonderful position we've got, sitting on our lovely chairs on the top. Table, chairs, drinks, soft drinks at the moment, maybe something a little bit stronger later on. Have you had a good day, Lynda?
Excellent day, darling. Excellent day. Every day with you is an excellent day.
Yes. Good, eh?
It's been beautiful, actually. The weather is absolutely perfect. Look at this. Glorious sunshine. Lovely area. Perfect.
This roof is a great place to sit. We never really sat on a boat roof before, have we?
No, but lots of boaters have been doing it, so I thought, well, if they can, we can.
And we're moored on next to a very high bank. It's easy, it's a lovely place, but it's a very high bank.
We're actually in Enfield, and you wouldn't believe it. It is so pretty in this little bit here where we
So you
park.
can just step onto the roof without any hassle, can't you?
Yep.
So yeah, what a
So
lovely
here we
place
are.
to be.
2 chairs, little
Table.
table between us.
Drinks, sun shines out, very nice. Morning, folks.
Good morning.
We've had a lovely night last night in Enfield, just above the lock.
Super.
Walked to the local pub, but didn't do food. Walked back, had a beer though. And
Of course, that's compulsory, isn't it?
And this morning we're heading towards Tottenham Lock, which we know there's restrictions on, water restrictions. It's only open 11 till 2, so we need to get through that. We'll do that easy in good time. Then Lynda's nipping to Westfield to replace her iPad to pick it up. Then we head south towards Hertford Canal, London, and we've booked a mooring in London, which makes me a lot happier, at Islington
Just
Tunnel.
before the tunnel.
Just for Islington Tunnel. What night is that? Saturday, isn't it? Friday?
Friday night.
I've lost track of the days as you do. So Friday night, it means rather than try and do a mad rush, get through the whole of London, because moorings are pain, and we've never done it before, we're new to this. We're going to moor up in good time, Islington just before the tunnel, and then we'll have a nice journey today, well tomorrow, nice journey the day after that, going through London without worrying about mooring and timing, won't we?
One hopes.
So that's our journey today from Enfield down towards, well, London really, Hertford Canal.
The next lock that we're hitting is Ponder's Lock, and that is the lock that we ended up turning round on Sunday. So if we get through there, we're again on Virgin territory.
And it's
exciting.
And it's a lovely day, nice breeze, warm, perfect. So we've just left Ponder's End Lock, just around that bend. That was as far as we got last time. That's where we turned around because things just weren't going well and the water was pretty low. But if you look there behind Lynda at the waterline on the bank, you can see it's about a foot less than it should be. It's not so distinct on this side, or it kind of is there. And we've been told, haven't we, Lynda, that if you go through in the middle channel, you're fine.
Yes, stick to the middle.
Now we're heading eventually towards Tottenham Lock, which is the one that is restricted hours due to water flow. But we've got 2 more locks first, 3 more?
3 more locks.
So we should get there in good time for the opening hours.
Yeah. No, 2 more locks, you're correct. Alfies and Stonebridge.
Okay, so off we're going, down that way there. Well, here we are approaching Alfies Lock on the Lea Navigation, and I must say there's some wonderful parts of the canal network, beautiful, picturesque, and to be honest, this ain't one of them. I'll just show you what we're approaching. So here's the lock. We have concrete side again, showing it's even lower, seems to be lower down here, and a load of pylons. And I don't know if you can see, that's in a dark colour behind the pylons is the City of London huge buildings. We'll get a better view of them later on. So this is Alfies Lock, and the bloke in it is on a totally electric boat, electric motors, electric everything. And if you look at the amount of solar on the roof, it says he can do 8 hours cruising on a sunny day, but nothing when it ain't sunny. So that's Enfield, what's it called? The drum
shed, Enfield Studios 5.
Enfield Studios 5. And this bit of the Lea, we're now Edmonton way, heading towards Tottenham.
Yep.
And the water's very low, as we've said. But look at the amount of weed now, there's weed everywhere. Prop keeps getting weed. And
very industrial area. There's a great big waste management site.
Waste management, industrial areas. What you expect in a big city. The swans like it here. On an upturned boat by the look of it.
That's the nursery school.
Plenty of boats moored. Of course, loads of people living here on the river commute to London. And that's one of the troubles with London rivers, is so many liveaboards want to live and not move despite being continuous cruisers, and work in London and stay moored for weeks on end. So that boat's seen better days. What a shame. So we're approaching Stonebridge Lock, just round that bend ahead. As you can see, this is so many boats moored up, permanently moored. Apparently there's more mooring lower down, but this is not a good spot if you're trying to find a space. Getting busier and busier as we're getting further and further into London. Weeds getting thicker. boats everywhere. So that's Stonebridge Lock. The one on the right side is the one we use, the one on the left looks abandoned. In the old days they used to have a control tower. The control tower's still there. I didn't video it because it was really hard to get in and out. Push button operation.
For the sluices as well.
Yeah, what's that, Linda?
For the sluices as well as for the...
Yeah, we've not had that before, have we? I don't think.
That
So-
really threw me because we kept trying to find where to
Put your
paddles were.
where to put your windlass. Anyway, so we're through that one, and as everybody keeps saying, everybody you pass, it's really low the next section, and just stay in the middle. So that's what we'll do. Good to see there's a bit more mooring here, although of course you can't get to the side first. So we're approaching Tottenham Lock, but look at that water level behind Lynda. You can see on the side there how low that is.
2.5 foot.
I reckon we're, yeah, at least a couple of foot below what it should be. Well, between high water.
Planned in the Tottenham Lock and also in this pound.
What, to find the leaks?
Yeah.
Because although it's summer, it's not normally this bad, is it?
No.
But yeah, just have a look. There's a tyre there. You can compare the tyre, the level, and you can really see, you know, how low that is. So not as only is it a bit low, I mean you're supposed to be able to moor over there, and it looks more like a beach.
Oh my god.
Nice sandy beach, and you can see the boats ahead. They're moored there. They ain't going nowhere.
That is bad.
Oh, and there's a little sign telling you shallow. Yeah, shallow there, Linda.
Keep this side then.
So as you can see, some people have moored up on there. The water level's dropped, and they really are going nowhere. Not until we have a ton of water and the lock fixed. Props out of water, rudder stuck in the bottom. Not nice. So here we are at Tottenham Locks, and like the other ones, they're all double locks. In most cases only one's open. You can see the little waterways board hut in the middle. That's where we used to have workmen operating the locks in the old days when there was lots of river trade, but not anymore. So Linda's pressing the buttons, the lock gates are closed. It's got electric sluice gates, makes a nice change. And she just presses a button and the lock fills up. Press the button, these gates open. Excellent stuff. So Linda's pressed the button. And here we go. So what Linda's pointing to is the marker. Those little markers saying the sluices are slowly going up. So I wondered why we were draining so slowly. They went up a little bit, then another little bit, then another little bit. Are they actually moving now? Oh yeah, just went up, there we go. Not sure if you can catch that, but Linda's pointing. So we've moored just below Tottenham Locks. Could stay here all night, but we're not going to. It's not the nicest of places, but the locks close at 2 o'clock. Linda's got a nip to a shopping centre to pick up a new iPad after the last one got burnt out when the boat went to Lally. So she's off now to catch the train from Tottenham Hale. She'll be back in about an hour or two, and I can sit here and have a cup of tea and do some film editing. So we're moored up for the night. Walthamstow Marshes is over here. There's the main train line from, well, lots of areas into London. We come along that train line if we're going to London from our house, and we often go over this bridge and look at the boats, and today we are here. Now there's a real issue with mooring, because for the last 4 or 5 miles it's been non-stop boats both sides, and this bit there's a couple of spaces. So we're moored up here at Walthamstow marshes on some piece of land which apparently you're not supposed to moor on. There's a raging debate going on between boaters, liveaboards in London, and people like us passing through, and the CRT who've removed hundreds of moorings. And there's all signposts along here which used to have signs on saying do not moor, CRT, safety zone, and boaters have pulled them all off because what we're supposed to do, what we're supposed to be doing, where we're supposed to be. So apparently we're going to get a sticker on our boat in the morning saying do not moor here. That's it. Well, bring it on. The last 2 miles, even longer, for 3 or 4 miles, there's been boats both sides of the cut, double parked in some places, double moored. There's just no way to moor. What are we supposed to do if we want to get through London? Madness. Now, I'm not necessarily taking a side in this debate because it really is quite awkward, and as you can see from all these newspaper headlines, it's been ongoing for a long time. There are people who have lived on the canals in London for years, feel legitimately fed up that they're being moved on by the CR2 with new safety zones being introduced. There are people who want to travel through London, want to find a mooring, or just visit London and find a mooring, and they can't. There's congestion on the waterways, which is getting pretty crazy, and that just means everybody has got a valid point. I just don't see a way forwards. So don't come at me if you think, oh dear, he's taking a clear side here. I'll put links below to all of the, in the description, to some of these newspaper articles. Have a good read round, make your own mind up. But it's a problem, it's not going to go away. If you've enjoyed this week's video, folks, you know what to do. Please click like and subscribe if you haven't. See you next week as we travel through London. Exciting times.